Alright, so we're going to talk about the discriminant and the nature of roots. So the discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. Kung matatandaan dun sa past lesson natin about solving by the quadratic formula, yung quadratic formula, yung nasa loob ng square root niya is b squared minus 4ac. So, gagamitin natin yung discriminant para manlaman natin kung ano yung nature of roots. So, there are 4 conditions na makikita natin dito sa table. When the discriminant is negative, when it is equal to 0, or when it is positive and perfect square, or positive and not a perfect square. So, kapag ka negative, the roots are not real numbers, or sa ibang book, it says no solution. Okay. Pag equal to real, rational, and equal, pag positive and perfect square, okay, to real, rational, and unequal, and dun din sa positive, not a perfect square. So, ang first thing na gagawin natin is identify natin yung A, B, and C. So, dito sa example, ayan na, sinulat ko na. Okay, and then we substitute sa discriminant. So, b squared, so this is negative 4 squared, minus 4a, which is 1. Okay, and then c, which is 5. Okay, so negative 4 squared is 16, minus 4 times 1 times 5 is 20. Diba? Okay, so 16 minus 20 equals negative 4. So that is the value of our discriminant. So the value of the discriminant is negative 4. Okay, looking at the table, makikita natin kung ano ang nature ng root. Kung ang discriminant is negative 4. Alright? Okay, so tingnan natin, ano ba siya? So, negative 4 is less than 0. Okay? So, the roots, okay, are what? The roots are not real number. Okay, so kasi dito sa table, siya yung condition number 1. Okay, so, yan. Alright, so we move on to the next example. Okay, sample number 2. So, 4x squared minus 1 equals 0. So, this is a binomial. So, in this case, itong binomial na to, walang b. So, a is 4, b is 0, and c is negative 1. And all we need to do is substitute sa b squared minus 4ac. So, that is 0 squared, kasi nga b, minus 4 times a, which is 4, and then c, which is negative 1. Okay, so 0 squared is 0, minus 4 times negative 1 is negative 16. So, this becomes 0 plus 16. So, the answer is 16. Now, 16 is a positive number. And 16 also is a perfect square. Okay, so the nature of root, kung titingnan natin yung table, is what? Okay, it's a perfect square. Okay, so positive and a perfect square. So the roots are 2 real, rational, and unequal. Alright. Okay, so yun yung sagot. Alright. Now, we move on to the third example. So the third example is 3x times x plus 1 equals 4. So, in this case, it's not yet in standard form. So, we write it in standard form. So, we use DPMA, or distributive property of multiplication over addition first. So, 3x times x is 3x squared, plus 3x times 1 is 3x, equals 4. Hindi pa rin siya nasa standard form. So, 3x squared plus 3x, and then we transpose 4 to the left side. So, we get minus 4 equals 0. So, A is 3, B is 3, and C is negative 4. Okay, and then we substitute it in the formula ng discriminant. So this is 3 squared, kasi nga b squared, minus 4 times 3 times negative 4. Okay. So 3 squared is 9 minus 4 times 3 times negative 4. Okay, so that is negative what? Okay, so 4 times 3 times negative 4 is negative 40. Okay, so it's negative 48. So that is 9 plus 48. So that would be 57. Now, 57 is positive, but it is not a perfect square. Okay. So, the roots are 2 real, irrational. Okay, so irrational, and unequal. So, that is how you solve the discriminant and find the nature of roots.